Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Judge Eric Morrow, and we'll be presiding over court this morning. For those of you that are on Zoom, especially the defendants, let me remind you that this is an official court session. As such, you should conduct yourselves as if you are actually in court with me. That means that if you're driving, I need for you to pull over and find a safe place to speak with me. If you're at work, I need for you to find a quiet place to speak with me. You should not be walking around or trying to conduct any other business while you're on this Zoom call with me this morning. If you are a defendant in a case, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have a right to counsel for this hearing this morning. If you do not have counsel and would like to apply for the services of the public defender, we do have public defenders that are in court with me this morning and that are on Zoom. At the end of my statement, I will allow Ms. Gant or Mr. Trejo to let you know how you can apply for their services. We also have solicitors on the line. If you do not have an attorney and do not qualify for the services of a public defender, I'm happy to give you the opportunity to speak with the solicitor to give you a recommendation on how you can resolve the matter today. If you are not happy with what they offer you, you can enter a not guilty plea, and your case will be reset to another time for either a bench trial or a jury trial. Those bench trials and jury trials, for those of you that do not know, will not be returned to the division judge, but will stay within the Orca division, and we will set those cases for a bench trial or a jury trial today. Ms. Gant, Mr. Trejo, good morning. Would one of you please let people know how they can apply for your services this morning?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Javier Trejo. I'm with the Public Defender's Office, as well as Ms. Gant, and I think I see our colleague, Mr. Rafoff, in court as well. If you need services of the public defender, please look in the chat. There is an email address with your name and the best contact phone number to reach you at, and we will reach out to you with an application for you to fill out, after which we will also give you a call and we'll be able to qualify you for our services, and we'll proceed from that point. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Trejo. The Orca's the status conference calendar, position number 1, Jaquavius Alexander. Alexander on the
Present.
line.
Present.
Good morning, Mr. Alexander. Let's see. Do you have a private attorney representing you?
Say that again, sir.
Do you have a private attorney that's representing you?
No, sir.
Would you like to apply for the services of the public defender this morning?
Yes, sir.
All right, so if you will go ahead and follow Mr. Trejo's instructions, it's in the chat for you today, and we will also put your contact information in the chat also so that they can contact you. We'll be back with you. Thank you, Mr. Alexander.
All right.
Position number 2, Angeria Bolton. Good morning, Ms. Bolton. You're represented by Antonio Thomas.
Yes, I am, sir.
She's right here.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, I'm okay, how are you?
Good. Have you been in touch with Mr. Thomas?
Yes, I have. We spoke this morning. He should be joining the Zoom call.
Okay, very good. I'll hold for his announcement, ma'am. Position number 3, Demetrius Butts. Mr. Butts with us? Position 4, Abdallah Jahab.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Leah Madden here on behalf of Mr. Shihab. He should be on the Zoom call.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Madden. What are we gonna do with Ms. Chihab today?
Judge, I was just retained last week and I did make contact with the solicitor yesterday. I was advised that discovery is online, so I need to pull that and discuss it with my client. So I guess for today's purposes, it can go to the jury trial calendar, but I'll be in touch with the state prior to that date.
Ms. Megan, I would prefer if you haven't had an opportunity to speak with your client or to engage in any meaningful discussions with the solicitor, I will put it on another status conference calendar before we put it on a jury trial calendar to give you that opportunity. And if you
That would be fine, Judge. That would be fine.
come back the next time, you all can't work it out, then we'll put it on the jury trial calendar. November 16th works for you?
Yes, Your Honor, that does.
So we'll reschedule to November 16th and do that then. Thank you, Ms. Adams.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can I be excused? That concludes my business.
Yes, and if you would give your client a call and let her know that she doesn't.
Will do. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Position 5, Deontay Clark.
I represent Mr. Clark, Your Honor. Good morning. Javier Trejo with the Public Defender's Office.
All right, somebody's giving us feedback. So if we can get everyone muted right now, please. Thank you, Mr. Trejo. What are we doing with Deontay Clark today?
Yes, Your Honor. I've been in touch with Ms. Riley regarding this case, and we do have an initial offer. I was hoping to speak with her again this morning, continue ironing out a couple more points, and then we can make our announcement.
Okay. So we'll hold for your announcement and let you speak with Ms. Riley and a breakout at the end of the calendar call.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 6, William Corbett. I see you there, Mr. Corbett. You're gonna have to unmute yourself for me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mr. Corbett. How are you this morning?
Good.
So do you have an attorney representing you on this matter?
No, I tried to get one. They won't give me now.
Okay. Would you like to apply for the services of the public defender today?
I did do one. They said I couldn't get now.
You didn't qualify?
No.
Okay. As such, Mr. Corbett, you will have to hire a private attorney, or you can proceed pro se in this matter. So I will give you at the end of the calendar the opportunity to speak with. I think we'll have this put on the record what the offer is in this case, and we will come back to you to see how you'd like to move forward. Okay, so if you'll just hold on for us, I appreciate it.
Okay.
Is this your case? Good morning, Ms. Riley. Is this your case also?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which cases are yours this morning?
Good morning. It is 1 through 9.
What about the rest of the positions? Who has,
Your Honor, I have positions 10 through 18.
good morning, Ms. Marshall Stewart. Thank you.
Oh, good morning, sir. How are you today?
Doing well, thank you. And I take it Ms. Githier has the rest of the cases.
That's correct.
Correct, including I also have 11 and 12.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Githier. Good morning to you also.
Good morning.
Position number 7, Peter Gausimer.
Hello.
Your Honor. Hello, Your Honor, David Botts for Mr. Dulcimer. We have filed an entry of appearance and a notice of discovery. I've received no correspondence from the solicitor's office at this time. So I would like to also continue this until the next status calendar.
Okay. And I believe, Ms. Riley, you all have, there's another way of receiving that discovery, if I remember correctly.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Once Mr. Botts has filed his entry of appearance, if it is already filed with the clerk's office, he should receive an email via his e-file inbox to let him know the discovery is prepared or initial discovery. But I do have an offer that I can relay to Mr. Botts. I did not have an opportunity to speak with him prior to today, but I can certainly speak with him in a breakout room to relay that offer today if you would like, so he can discuss that with his client prior to the next court date.
Okay, Mr. Botts, can we just go ahead and do that, Ms. Riley, if it's okay with Mr. Botts? Would you like to hear the offer right now, Mr. Watts? And then I'll reset you for November 16th to give you enough time to discuss it with your
Yes.
client.
Yes, that'll be fine. Should I go to the breakout room now?
No, can we just put it on the record, Ms. Riley?
Yes, Your Honor, certainly.
All right, you want to take it down, Mr. Watts?
Oh, yes, sir. All right,
The state's offer would be 12 months to serve, 60 days, credit for time served, so no additional jail time. The balance on probation, a $750 fine, or 75 hours of community service. Mr. Dalsmer would have to complete the BARC online course, and that is BARC, and own no animals or be allowed to have an animal in his home for the year that he is on probation. And in order to complete the BARC online course, we will need Mr. Dalsmer's email address, and his computer will have to have a camera.
Okay.
okay, I have received that now. How do I get in touch with you?
I will certainly, do you have the chat feature open? I will send you my email address, and I have your email address.
Okay, that'll be fine. If you'll just send it by email or call me, that'll be fine.
Certainly, I will
All
do
right.
that.
Thank you.
All right. I thank you, Mr. Watts.
Yes.
Mr. Dawson, we'll see you back on November 16th.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
Uh-huh.
Position number 8, Nicholas DeJarnette. Mr. DeJarnette present. Position number 9, Terry Elliott.
Your Honor, that there's a conflict letter filed for the attorney. And so we're gonna reset to November 16th.
November 16th reset, thank you.
Yes.
Position number 10, Dimitri Harris.
Your Honor, Wanda again on behalf of Mr. Dimitri Harris. I have not had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Harris, so I will need a breakout with him and also a breakout with the solicitor.
Thank you, Ms. Gant. We'll give you that opportunity to get with your client and Ms. Marshall's story this morning. Position 11, Lamar Holmes.
Morning, Your Honor. Attorney Christina Gill here on behalf of Mr. Holmes. He's present as well.
Good morning, Ms. Gill. Let's see, what are we gonna do with Mr. Holmes this morning?
That should be a plea this morning.
Have we gotten the paperwork complete, Ms. Gill? Oh, sorry, we do have.
Yes,
it.
it was submitted, Your Honor.
So we'll be back. We'll just hold on for Ms. Gill. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
And that's position number 12 also. So it's going to be a plea in both those cases, correct?
Correct.
Very good. Position 13, Fernando Howard. Fernando Howard. Position 14, Joseph Kinski.
Present.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Kinski. Let's see, do you have a private attorney representing you?
I do not.
Would you
But I
like
do talk about the case to somebody today.
Okay, would you like to make application to see if you qualify for a public defender today?
I already applied. I didn't qualify.
Okay, I'll give you the opportunity to speak with with Ms. Marshall's story regarding the offer at the end of the calendar, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Position 15, Aisha Lewis.
Your Honor, Attorney Mubin is representing Miss Lewis, and sent an email this morning that we did have a plea offer, but I believe that there was also perhaps a conflict letter. She indicated that she did have another case, but would do her best to try to get online here. So I'm not quite sure if the court received that or not. I'm just relaying our conversation.
Thank you, Ms. Marshall. Sure, we'll hold for you now. Position 16, Daryl Livesey.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. On behalf of Mr. Lipsey, I have spoken to Mr. Lipsey, but I will need a breakout with the solicitor, Your Honor.
We'll give you the opportunity to speak with Ms. Marshall Story on this.
Thank you.
Position 17, Stacy Lowe. Yes, good morning, Mr. Lowe. Let's see, do you have a private attorney representing you? Yes, I do not. Would you like to make application for the public defender today? Yes, sir. Okay, we'll give you that opportunity. We'll be with you, sir, okay? Thank you. I have signed an all-price position number 18, Kathy Martin. Is Ms. Martin here? Position 19, I've also signed an all-price for Brenda Miller.
I represent Miss Miller, Your Honor. After speaking with the solicitor's office yesterday and confirming that it would be an all process, I let her know that that we would provide her with that documentation.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Position 20, Sheridan Myrick. Good morning, Mr. Myrick. Let's see, do you have a private attorney representing you?
I think the first time I ever did is when you on is supposed to be the public defender.
Okay, so we'll give you an opportunity to speak with the public defender today, okay? Thank you, sir. Position 21, Elizabeth Nguyen. Ms. Nguyen present. Position 22, Christy Ortega Martinez. I see you there, Ms. Ortega. I can't hear you though. So. And I know that you're represented by Keith Farmer, is that right? Yes. Let's see, we're gonna have to get you some audio, Ms. Ortega, so you might have to log out and log back in. And when you log back in,
Sir,
yes.
My name is James Hayes. That's my sister-in-law. We actually, and I don't know the process to go through this. We actually paid this attorney. He has disappeared. We have no way, we have tried to call. We have no correspondence in the past 3 months with him. And his office says that he's just not available. We can't call his cell phone. We have tried everything possible. She served 1.5 years in jail. And I'm at a loss. She did apply for the Orca thing, whatever that was, the public defender. She was denied that.
Okay.
But we've already paid for an attorney and we don't know what else to do.
I have attempted to reach out to Keith Farmer. I have not received a response.
When I call his office, his secretary or whoever that is says, I will get a message to him and that's it. We never hear anything else.
All right, so good morning, Mr. Hayes, and you also, Mr. Ortega. Let's see, we're gonna see if we can reach Mr. Farmer. In the meantime, you may need to see if you can find somebody else that can represent you, represent Ms. Ortega. but we will also continue to reach out to Mr. Farmer. I'm going to reset you all until that November 16th date to give you that opportunity. And you may need to speak with, the court can't advise you what to do, but you may want to speak to another attorney regarding this matter so that he or she can advise you as to how you need to proceed if you've already retained Mr. Farmer and he's not being responsive to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we'll send out a notice again, and thank you for being here also, Mr. Hayes, and letting the court know. We'll reset you for November 16th to give you that opportunity, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you're welcome to have a good day.
Thank you.
Position 23, Nicholas Pittman.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Pittman.
How you doing?
Good, good. Let's see. Do you have a private attorney in this matter?
No.
Would you like to make an application for the public defender today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll give you that opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. If I may, we did receive an application from Mr. Nicholas Pittman, and he did not qualify for our services.
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Pittman, you're fine right there. You're fine right there for a minute. You didn't qualify for a public defender, I'm being told. As such, I'm going to speak with you this morning about what your options are, okay?
Okay.
All right, so if you just have a seat for me, I'll be with you. Position 24, I've already signed the law cross for this morning, Debbie Pruitt.
On 23, there's been a change in the circumstances apparently.
Okay.
So he probably doesn't qualify. Yeah, he's changed.
Position 25, Devontae Roden.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Roden. Let's see. Do you have a private attorney representing you in this matter?
Yes, sir. Last time I came, I think it was 2021. You had gave me you had assigned me a public defender, but I never got a response back from her.
Okay, so you made an application for a public defender at that time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll give you the opportunity to speak with someone this morning.
I appreciate it.
Okay, just hang tight for us. Thank you. And I guess Mr. Trejo or Mr. Gant, if you would see if you have anything for Mr. Roden that he's already submitted. If not, he'll have to resubmit. I take it.
Yes, Your Honor, we can take care of that. Mr. Roden, if you don't mind putting your phone number in the chat, one of us can give you a call when we have an opportunity.
All right.
Thank you.
Position 26, Masiani Sanan.
Yes, Your Honor, Wanda Gant on behalf of Ms. Sanan. She is present today. I have received an offer and communicated that with my client. I would ask that this case be reset to the next plea calendar, as I do have discovery, but at this time it is incomplete.
We will reset until the November 16th calendar, if that's okay, Ms. Gant.
Yes, Your Honor. And may Ms. Sanan be excused?
Yes, have a good day.
You as well, thank you.
Thank you.
Position 27, Aprana Singh.
Honor, this is Dawn Taylor on behalf of Ms. Singh, who's present. We did get an offer from the prosecutor, I believe, yesterday. I will email her about that, but we would be otherwise ready for trial, and we would be asking for a jury trial.
What, let's see. Would you like to be reset to another status calendar, or do you want to go straight to the trial calendar?
We're fine to be reset to another status calendar so that I can communicate with her about the offer.
Okay, so why don't we do that before we put you on a trial calendar? Does the November 16th date work for you?
November 16th does work, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll see you back on November 16th if you can work it out. And there's a plea if you get the paperwork, so we can get it done quickly. If not, we will move you forward to the jury trial calendar.
Okay, thank you, Judge. That's all I have. Can I be excused?
Yes, you'll have a good day. Thank you.
All right, you as well. Thank you.
Position 28, Matthew Walker.
Present.
Good morning, Mr. Walker. Let's see, do you have a private attorney?
No, sir.
Would you like to apply for the services of the public defender today?
Yes, I would.
So if you'll go ahead and put your information in the chat. I see that you're on an iPhone. Do you have the ability to have video?
Yes, let me see. I'm trying to get it to work now, Judge.
Are you fine, Mr. Walker? I just want to see you by the time I come back to you. So I'll give you that opportunity. And if you will go ahead and make application for the public defender and put your information in the chat so that they can get in touch with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That is the completion of the Orca C calendar. The Orca A calendar only has one case on it. It's Daryl Gunter, position 1.
Is Mr. Gunter in court?
No, this is not him, Judge. You didn't call his name, so I was trying to find out what it was.
Is Daryl Gunter here?
Are you Mr. Gunter? Yes. Okay, he's just walking in.
Okay, he's just walking in. Okay. What we gotta do on this case?
Your Honor, Mr. Gunter had been previously set. He is pro se and did want to enter into a plea. He sent me back his plea paperwork, but unfortunately it was via a camera and the litigation managers were not able to print it. So I have forwarded plea paperwork that is blank. He'll need to fill out that paperwork in court and take the plea in court today.
Do we have the plea paperwork for Mr. Gunter? All right, can we give that to him? Does he have it? Okay, okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Gunter, they could not, so if you can fill out the paperwork, they could not print it out, what you sent in. We do appreciate you trying to get that to us though. So if you go ahead and fill it out, we'll get back with you. We'll I'll take that plea this morning, okay? Okay, no problem. All right, you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Anyone in court or on Zoom whose name that I did not call? Okay, I did call Demetrius Butts. I didn't get a response. Where, Mr. Butts? Yes, good morning, Mr. Butts. Let's see. This is position number 3 on the Orca C status conference calendar. Mr. Butts, do you have a private attorney representing you in this matter?
Never reached out to you.
Okay, would you like to make an application for a public defender today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so we'll give you that opportunity, okay? All right, thank you, sir. We'll be with you.
He's a pen. And I have.
So I want to,
Yeah. Look, she's right.
take the plea in Ms. Gill's case, but I do want to also go ahead and place people in breakout rooms before I do that. And if the public defenders will begin speaking with people that need qualify for your services, I'd appreciate that. let's see, the first case that I have that needs to go to the breakout room, is position 5, Mr. Trejo and Ms. Riley. So if we can, place them into the breakout room. You're taking a plea, is that right, Ms. Vivian?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then let's put Ms. Marshall's story to a breakout room. With Dimitri Harris, Ms. Gail has requested a breakout room in that case. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are there any other attorneys on the line that need breakout rooms? Okay, so if we can put Ms. Gant and Ms. Marshall's story into a breakout room, and if I can get the paperwork for Ms. Gill's case for the plea, we'll go ahead with that. There we go. Said she's not.
Your Honor, I have like 2 paperwork for Lamar Holmes. Attorney. John, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What position is that?
Position, I believe it's 8 and 9. I'm sorry, my apologies, 11 and 12.
What do you want to do?
All right, are we ready on Mr. Holmes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gill?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay. And here is Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I'm present.
All right, good morning, Mr. Holmes. Let's see.
Good morning.
Raise your right hand for me. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Oh, right.
Excuse me.
Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. You can put your hands down. Before we proceed, Riley, have you been able to go into that breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor, but I came out prematurely. If I could be sent back in, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I saw you there. I knew that you were supposed to be somewhere else.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Let's see. Just to make sure that I have oh, how don't you go ahead, Ms. Vivier?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Your Honor.
You can proceed.
Oh, thank you. With position number 11, the state expects the evidence to show that on May 26, 2018, that officers responded to a person down at 2881 Lakewood Avenue in Fulton County and stated that a male was inside a vehicle not moving. Mr. Holmes was sitting in the driver's seat of the vehicle with the keys in the ignition. The charge has now been reduced to a reckless driving, and the sentence recommendation is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served, the balance probated, a $800 fine, alcohol drug evaluation and treatment if required, risk reduction program. And this is to be consecutive to 22 CR 004905F, probation in its entirety, and it may become non-reporting once all conditions are completed. In reference to position 12, the state expects the evidence to show that on January 23rd, 2022, officers observed Mr. Holmes he was paced at driving 89 miles per hour on a 55 mile per hour speed zone. He was pulled over. Officers observed his eyes to be bloodshot and watery, and they started this field sobriety test but were only able to complete one when Mr. Holmes stated that his knee was hurting from sitting all day at work. He was then placed under arrest for DUI and read his Georgia implied consent. And the sentence recommendation for that one is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served, the balance probated, a $600 fine, 64 hours of community service, alcohol drug evaluation and treatment if required, a risk reduction program, and 1 victim impact panel. This is to be consecutive to 20 CR 000-870F, probation in its entirety, and it may become non-reporting once all conditions are completed.
Okay. Ms. Gill,
Yes, Your Honor.
anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Holmes, it's my understanding in case 20 CR 000-870F, you wish to plead guilty to reckless driving, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in case 22 CR 004905F, you wish to plead guilty to failure to maintain lane or improper lane change, speeding, and DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol less safe, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the pleas as negotiated. Mr. Holmes, I am going to waive the probation fees for you while you're on probation to help you get and stay on your feet. And once you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get all these terms done, the sooner you won't have to report to probation, okay?
Okay.
All right. Anything further for Mr. Holmes?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
We will, I believe we will, or we have, I'm not sure, place in the chat where how he needs to contact probation if you don't already have that skill.
Okay, yes, I would need that. Oh, I see it, it's in here.
Okay, very good. If there's nothing further, good luck to you, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, 1 second. Yes, Ms. Bolton.
Tell counsel I'm gonna send her the probation, your contact form to fill out, and the information is at the top also.
Did you hear that, Ms. Gill?
Kind of.
Okay, you're going to be sent what's it called, Ms. Bolton? Probation or contact form. And at the top of the probation of that form, there's going to be where he needs to report to probation also.
Okay, great.
All right, very good. Thank you. You all have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's see. So if you all will please hold tight for me. I believe that all of the public defenders are speaking with someone. So if you're waiting to speak with a public defender, they'll be with you in turn. We have a number of people on the line today that have requested public defenders. So we're not ignoring you, but we'll get you to you as soon as they can. We also have the solicitors are also speaking with people. The only solicitor that I have on the line is Ms. Githiea right now, and I believe that I have dealt with all of her cases at present. So we are going to be in recess until someone, solicitor or public defender, comes back with announcements, okay? So if you all will just be patient with us. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Oh, I'm not sure, and he is not present. The one where the chair is that what you're asking about? With the empty chair?
Oh.
I'll ask him when he returns. Ms. Kithier, are you with me?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I had Ms. Gant put my number in the chat room if the solicitor needs to call me.
Okay, on some of your cases, Ms. Kithier, specifically, let's see, 17, 20, and 23, Mr. Ratzloff is in court and he would like to speak with you about those cases.
Okay.
So his number is in the chat. Can you give him a call?
Yes.
Okay. So she's gonna call you.
Okay.
Did he put it in? I'm not seeing his number.
Would you put your number in the chat?
I asked Ms. Gant to.
Well, apparently, and apparently it's not in the chat, so.
Somebody else can put it in, that's fine. It's 404, I'm sorry, 404 452 6390.
6390.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Gutierrez.
You're welcome.
Morning, guys. Hey, this is Attorney Samad Bibi, and I'm joining via Zoom. I had a conflict this morning, and I'm reporting now. I'm not sure where you guys are at, but I just want to let you know that I'm here for Aisha Lewis.
Good morning, Mr. Mubin. For Ms. Lewis.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Let's see. What are we doing with Ms. Lewis today?
Judge, this case has been continued a handful of times, and I told the court we're getting to an end, and we found out where discovery's at. We've got all the discovery. We received an offer. We're just ready to resolve the case, Judge. I'm not sure what the court's practice is. If we can do a plea date, even next week, that'd be fine. I'm not sure if you're taking pleas today, Judge. I don't know if my client's prepared to do that today. We can if necessary.
We're here. We'll be here for a while. If you want to get it behind you today, we're happy to move it forward today. If you think it'll be more efficient to do it next week, I'm happy to do it next week.
Sure, Judge, and that would be on another.
It would just be on an add-on calendar on Wednesday. We already have our calendar set at this point, but if you all want to get the paperwork together so we can get through that quickly, next Wednesday, I'm fine to do that. If you want to try to get it together today, I'm happy to go ahead and take the plea today, whatever your pleasure is.
I appreciate it, Judge. If I could get a copy of the paperwork, should I'll reach out to the prosecutor on that. I believe it's Miss Story still on the case.
Yeah, she's in a breakout room right now.
Got it.
So I'm happy to place you into a breakout room if you'd like to discuss it as soon as she returns.
Sounds good. Actually, I don't need to, Judge. We've already got the case worked out. I just need the paperwork. So I'll email her, ask her to send me the paperwork, and then I'll return it to your office.
Yes, you can return it to Miss Bolton.
Bolton. Okay. Miss Bolton, do you mind? I'm not sure if I've got your email address. Do you mind sending it to me in the chat?
Yes. She's doing that right. She's doing that right now.
I appreciate it. If we can get it done today, we'll send the paperwork off, Judge, after I speak with my client, and then if necessary, I'll get back with the court and we'll ask for a reset to next week, but we'll resolve it one way or another.
Okay, I'll hope for your announcement. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
iPhone.
Excuse me, iPhone? What is your name, sir? You have to unmute.
Daryl Livesey.
What's your name, sir?
Daryl Livesey.
Okay. So is that you, Mr. Livesey, in the black and white shirt?
No, I'm wearing a black hoodie.
Okay, no, I'm speaking to iPhone. I see you, Mr. Darrell. Your name is there. iPhone, you need to unmute yourself and tell me what your name is. You're still not unmuted. I believe your attorney wants to get you in a breakout room, but you've been gone for 20 minutes.
Me?
Who is me?
Daryl Livesey.
No, sir, not you, Mr. Livesey.
Oh.
Not
Mr.
you.
Rhodey?
No, sir, not you.
All right.
Mr. Alexander?
No, sir. The gentleman that I'm speaking to can't mute himself. All of you all, I know who you are. Sir, if you're sitting in your kitchen on you have an iPhone, you need to unmute yourself and tell me what your name is.
William Corbett.
Judge Morrow, we may have an update.
Yes, Ms. Marshall Story.
Yes, I was talking with Ms. Gant. I believe unless she's back on the line, she was trying to reach her client on position number 10. Mr. Harris, were you ready to move forward with the plea? Or I just reached out, I received a message from Ms. Githia and I called attorney Raffoff, but he may be unavailable right now. I wasn't able to get through to him.
Okay, yes, he's not in court, so I take it that he's working with some, well, here he is. So what's the announcement, Ms. Marshall Story?
Is Ms. Gant back on the line?
I see her, but she's not.
Okay, she stayed in the breakout room so she could try to discuss the offer with her client. I believe she was giving him a call.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I was just reporting that back to see what else I could try and get.
It looks like Ms. Marshall Story is frozen.
And Your Honor, while we're waiting for Ms. Marshall Story to return, I have position 3, I believe that does not qualify for the public defender, Mr. Butts.
Okay. Demetrius Butts, are you on the line? Oh, all right, come on up, Mr. Butts. If you can come to the.
All right, to the podium right now.
Okay. Yes, good morning again, Mr. Butts. Good morning. Let's see, you have been charged in case 19 CR 008304F with battery family violence. It's my understanding that you don't have a private attorney today and that you don't qualify for the public defender.
Correct.
As such, I'm going to have the solicitor, Ms. Riley, placed on the record what the offer is if you wish to plead guilty.
Okay.
If you don't wish to plead guilty, then we will set you for a bench trial or a jury trial at some point in the near future.
Okay.
And if you do request a bench trial or a jury trial, you'll also have the opportunity to see if you can get yourself a lawyer to represent you in this matter. Okay.
Okay.
So let's put on the record first what the offer is from the state. All right.
All right.
Go ahead, Ms. Riley.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state's offer would be 12 months to serve. We have received information regarding the victim's nose being broken. So we would ask for a continuance, Your Honor, for more time to investigate that allegation and to see if this is going to be a transfer.
All right. So and when she says transfer, that's a transfer to Superior Court for a felony offense as opposed to the misdemeanor that it currently is. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Butts, is I'm going to give you the opportunity to see if you can, find a lawyer to represent you in this matter. I'm going to give Ms. Riley the opportunity to do further investigation, and I'm going to reset you until November 16th, okay?
Okay.
If you do get a lawyer, make sure that they get in touch with the solicitor as soon as possible so that they can begin defending you, okay?
All right.
All right, you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right. Anything further, Ms. Riley?
Nothing further for that position, Your Honor.
Okay, we're resetting position number 3, Mr. Butts, to November 16th. You'll get a notice, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
All right.
Yes, Ms. Riley.
And Your Honor, if I could also address position 6, William Corbett,
Okay.
who I believe did not qualify for the assistance of a public defender.
Yes, that's correct. Let's see, Mr. Corbett.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Corbett, again, you have been charged in case 19 CR 008800F for simple assault, family violence. It's my understanding that you don't have a private attorney and that you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. As such, I'm going to have Ms. Riley place on the record the offer from the state for a guilty plea. If you do not wish to accept the offer, then we'll have to set you down for either a bench trial or a jury trial. Okay, Ms. Riley?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state has an alternative resolution for this case, Mr. Corbett. If you choose to accept it, if you would complete an alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment that is recommended and show proof of attending one anger management session, the state is willing to null pros this case.
Okay.
And when she says null pros, Mr. Corbett, it's there won't be anything on your record with regard to this with this matter.
Okay.
All right. Do you need some time to think about what you'd like to do?
Well, I could just go on and do what she give me.
Mr. Corbett, I will need your email address because I would have to have proof that these things were done before I would dismiss the case. So if you could put your email address in the chat to me.
Okay. Put my email in the chat.
All right, and Ms. Riley, are there any recommendations as to where he can complete the drug evaluation and treatment, or where he can go to do that? I believe the anger management is a course he can take online.
That is correct. There is an online course. I'm not sure regarding the drug and alcohol evaluation, Your Honor. I know that most defensive driving schools have people that they work with. And I'm not sure if probation is with us, if they have any recommendations.
Okay, I don't believe that anyone from probation is on the line with us this morning.
Okay.
So, Mr. Corbett, you would have to locate a place to complete the alcohol and drug evaluation and treatment if necessary. And you can do the anger management online. All right. How long, and I'm not sure how long that would take you to get done. So why don't we put this down? Do we have any calendars in the new year? No. I don't know if he's going to be able to complete this by the end of the year or not. So.
When will I have to do these classes? I work on through the weekdays.
So I'm going to, and that's why I'm trying to see when I can give you enough time to get them down, to get them done.
I can set a date for January 4th or January 11th.
Let's go with January 11th. So, Mr. Corbett, I'm not sure if you can get this done on the weekends or not, but when you contact someone with regards to the alcohol drug evaluation, they should be able to get you on a schedule if necessary, okay? So I'm going to put you back down for January 11th for status in this matter. If you've gotten it done by that time, then the state will execute a null process. If you haven't gotten it done by that time, we'll have to evaluate where we are, okay? All right, do you have any additional questions for me this morning?
No, sir.
All right, so we'll see you back on January 11th. Ms. Riley, have you placed your email in?
Your Honor, I am sending Mr. Corbett an email now as we speak. I'm typing it out.
Okay, so if you do get the paperwork complete, Mr. Corbett, just get it back to Ms. Riley before the next court date, okay? All right, and when you get that, you're free to go. Yes.
I have the paperwork for position 5. But, express which one.
Okay. Ms. Riley, are we ready with position number 5 of Mr. Trejo?
One moment, Your Honor, let me just pull up the report for the factual basis, and yes, I will be ready.
Okay, and is this going to be a guilty plea in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that is the only option on the form is guilty.
Okay, it's just not Sokol, that's why I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
I do apologize. May I ask a really quick question?
Yes, you're fine, Ms. Githia, yes.
I have plea paperwork for Mr. Raffoff. Should I send it to his email? Does he have access to print it or?
He probably doesn't. You can send it to Ms. Bolton.
Okay, thank you.
We'll get it to him. Thank you, Ms. Githia. So it's going to be a guilty plea. Is it all right, Mr. Trejo, if I indicate that it's guilty on the paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine with us.
Oh, okay. That's fine. What did he end? The last page is not. Mr. Trejo, the last page
On which one, Your Honor? On the plea paperwork, or
is page 3 of 3 on the plea paperwork is not signed or dated.
Sure thing. Give me one moment. I'll send that right over.
Yeah, Ms. Bolton, when he does that, you can just print out the whole thing for me. While we're waiting for that, any updates? You're free to go, Mr. Corbett. When,
I didn't get no email.
I'm still in the process of sending it.
oh, okay, all right, thank you.
And Your Honor, I've just sent that corrected paperwork over to the court
Thank you.
whenever y'all are ready.
We're getting it now. Let's see, is Miss Aisha Lewis on the line? Aisha Lewis? Ms. Riley,
Yes, Your Honor.
so I make sure, this is just a question off the, for a first DUI, do you know the period of time that the license is suspended?
Your Honor, I believe it is a full year suspension. However, they can apply for reinstatement, I think after 6 months suspension.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't giving the wrong information. Thank you.
You're welcome. And give me just one more minute. My connection to Odyssey was down, so I'm bringing that back up.
And Ms. Marshall Story, have you gone into a breakout room with everyone that we need to on Ms. Gant's cases?
I believe so. I just got off the phone with Mr. Raffoff, and I'm in the process of sending plea paperwork to Attorney Mubin, and then I'll begin on plea paperwork for Mr. Raffoff. I don't think there is anyone else that needed to speak with me. Oh, yes, I think there might be someone who was pro se.
Right.
Position number 14,
Position 14, yes.
Joseph Kinski.
Okay.
So if you like, I can go into a room with him, or I can just place it on the record.
It will be quicker to go into a room, I believe, because I'm going to go ahead and take this plea. So if we can put Mr. Kinski and Ms. Marshall's story in a breakout, Mr. Kinski, she'll give you the offer on the matter. All right, are we ready on Deontay Clark?
Yes, Your Honor, I have the report pulled up.
Okay, Mr. Clark, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, sir. My phone kind of blurry, sir. So,
Okay, yeah, I
yes.
see that. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Riley?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would expect the evidence to show that on September 8th of 2019, officers were dispatched to Roosevelt Highway in Fulton County. Upon arrival, they met with parking lot security and advised that a fight had taken place between a male and a female, Mr. Deontay Clark, and the female being Miss Deborah Nilsson. Mr. Clark advised that he was married to Miss Nelson. Security advised that they approached the vehicle attempting to get Mr. Clark off of Miss Nelson. And there were visible injuries to Miss Nelson of knots and lacerations on her face. But however, she refused medical attention. The state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 5 days. Credit for time served upon arrest, no additional jail time to be served. The balance on probation. Attend and complete a family violence intervention program. 40 hours of community service, and he is to have no further violent or harassing contact with Deborah Nelson.
Mr. Trejo?
Nothing further, Your Honor. We just ask that the court accept the plea as negotiated.
All right, Mr. Clark, it's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence. Is that correct?
Sir, yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with your counsel's representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I will accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Clark, I am going to waive your probation fees for you while you're on probation to help you get and stay on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation will terminate, meaning that you won't be on probation any longer. So the sooner you get the terms done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Sir, yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Clark.
Thank you, sir. And thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. And Mr. Trejo, I guess you will be getting, no? Ms. Bolton?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Um,
I will be sending him a probationary probation contact form. At the top of the form, there will be the information that he would need to report.
Okay, you got that, Mr. Trejo? Did you hear that?
One more time, it was about reporting instructions for probation.
Yes, so I'm gonna send a probationer contact form.
Okay, and will that come to me or will that come to Mr. Clark?
I can email it to you, and
Okay.
then, I mean, it can be filled out either or. You can fill it out or you can fill it out if you have all his current information.
Okay, if you can send it to me, he and I can coordinate regarding sending it to him or anything else just to make sure that we get everything done correctly.
Okay, and once you send it off, then I can send it in to probation.
Okay, I can help with that. All right, Mr. Clark, so you and I will be in touch regarding probation instructions, okay? I'll help you fill out that form.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You got it, sir. All right, and then I'll be speaking with position 25 to qualify him as well if there's nothing further on Mr. Clark's case.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Trejo. Yes, you have a good day, Mr. Clark.
Same to you, Judge.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you all.
Let's see. Ms. Riley, are we waiting on any of your cases?
Your Honor, I know position one did an application. I'm not sure of the status.
Okay, I think they're still working.
Your Honor, and then position two, Ms. Bolton, are we still waiting on Attorney Thomas?
Yes, we are. She's in court with me. I've had her call, and he's supposed to be joining us on Zoom at some point.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe the only other position I don't have any notes for is position 8, Nicholas Dejanet. I'm not sure if he appeared.
I don't believe so, and I believe that this is his first time. As such, we'll give him one other opportunity that will be continued to November 16th also.
Is that the status calendar or the show cause calendar, Your Honor?
I think they're all one calendar now, is my understanding.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I think that Ms. Marshall's story is out. Is Ms. Githier, are you speaking with someone?
I just got off the phone, Your Honor.
Okay, so I wanted to see where we are with your cases. I know that we do have the paperwork for Mr. Holmes. Have you received that, or did we send that to Ms. Githier? He is in court with us.
Which one, Your Honor?
This is no, Mr. Gunter, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's Miss Marshall's story.
Okay, that's Ms. Marshall's stories. Okay.
Yes.
Any announcements, Ms. Githier, on any of your cases?
You're on mute, Ms. Githier.
Sorry, we thought that Mr. Pittman was going to be a plea, but we're going to have to do a little bit more further investigation on that.
Okay, what position is that?
23.
Okay, and who are you speaking with about Mr. Pittman?
Mark Raffoff, Mr. Raffoff.
It's Raf, okay, so November 16th, I guess. Okay, it looks like the rest of your cases, the public defender is speaking with them. All right, so we will be in recess until someone comes back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor, on position number 14, I've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Kinski, and we have worked out a resolution in this matter. I believe his concern, though, is that his printing abilities are with the library around the corner. So I'm not sure how long we'll be in court today. I know I've got 3 more pleas, I believe. So it's really up to the court how you'd like to move forward.
So he's been sent the paperwork, Ms. Marshall Story?
No, we just worked this resolution out while we were in the breakout room. I
Okay.
asked him if he had the capability of printing it out, and he told me that he does, but it's at the library, which is around the corner from his home.
All right. Do you want to try to get this done today, Mr. Kinski?
Yes, sir, if possible, but if not, I can get the paperwork done, and then if you push it back, I can do it another day. I don't know how you want to work it out.
Okay, it's up to you. I mean, if it's around the corner and you think that you can get it and sign it and get it back to Ms. Marshall's Story in the next 45 minutes to an hour, that's fine. If not, I can just reset you that on calendar for next Wednesday if you like.
Let's just do next Wednesday, because I don't
Okay.
know how long it's gonna take me, and I don't want to get it done and then get back and court's over.
Right. All right. So and you'll have the opportunity to go through it and answer the questions and not be hurried about it. So we'll reset your case until next Wednesday, which is the 26th, I believe.
Okay.
And if you will get that paperwork back to Ms. Marshall's Story prior to that time, we'll move it forward quickly. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, and sir, what I did not get from you is your email address. So if you could kindly go into the chat and look for my name, Erica Marshall Story, and put your email address in, I'll get you the paperwork today and we'll be prepared for Wednesday, but you've got to send it back to me before Wednesday so I can review it, and then I'll send it to the court.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. I'm sending it to you now.
So just, go to the chat feature and look for my name, so it'll go directly to me.
I just sent it.
There you go. I've got it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Am I free to go, or?
As soon as you get that, you're free to go. Have a good day, sir. We'll see you back next week.
Thank you.
Ms. Marshall Story, we sent you the paperwork, or we're sending you the paperwork for Mr. Gunter to review.
Okay.
To that, please. It was just emailed.
Yes, I received it and I'm opening it right now.
Okay. Do you have any announcements, Mr. Rabbit?
Yes, Your Honor, number 20, Mr. Myrick. We'd ask that case be reset so I can have an opportunity to look at discovery. It's probably a resolvable case.
All right, so Mr. Myrick qualifies.
Yes, it was, yes.
And we're gonna reset him for November 16th. Okay.
Number 23, Mr. Pittman. There's been a change on that. We're not going to have a plea in that today, but we're looking at another resolution. We'd ask for a reset.
Okay, that will be reset to November 16th also.
Okay. And on number 17, Mr. Lund, I think we have a plea on that and they're preparing the paperwork.
Okay.
Positions going to reset for the 16th also.
Yes. Is that Elizabeth when? Number 21?
No, not position 20, Myrick.
20?
the announcement David just made?
Yes, yes.
Section 21, we can find a reset for 11/16.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, Mr. Raffoff, we are moving forward on position number 17.
Yes.
Okay, and Ms. Gant, are we moving forward on anything? I'll just,
Thank you, Ms. Marshall Story. Regarding, we are moving forward with resets.
okay,
We turn to position number 10. I have had a moment to discuss the offer with my client. We are not at the point where we're set on that yet, so I would ask that we place the offer on the record, and Your Honor, I would ask for a reset to the next final plea, well, to the next status calendar.
Okay, so that's gonna be November 16th, and what's that offer? Ms. Marshall Story.
Your Honor, that offer, oh, I had a couple we negotiated. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Gant, on a plea to criminal trespass, 24 hours with credit for time served, balance probated, and a $200 fine.
Ms. Marshall, so I believe it's balance suspended.
That's fine, balance suspended, but with that understanding, he's paying the fine up front.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Ms. Marshall Story.
Okay. So of course, if he's unable to pay the fine, he would need to go on probation until he's paid the fine. But if he comes in with the fine and surcharges, then we can definitely do balance suspended.
Thank you.
Position 10 is reset to 11/16.
Yes.
And Your Honor, may Mr. Harris be excused?
Yes, have a good day, Mr. Harris.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
The next matter, Your Honor, is position 16. I have had a moment to speak with my client and Ms. Marshall Story regarding the plea offer, and I would ask that we reset this case to the next status calendar and also to have the offer placed on the record.
And that's November 16th, and Ms. Marshall Story.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer in this case, the case was charged incorrectly and should have been charged as a battery. The plea offer here, we negotiated. I don't remember, Ms. Gant. I'm sorry. I had the old one down here, but I believe we said on a plea to the battery, 12 months to serve, 24 hours with credit for time served. Nope, I'm sorry. If I remember correctly, didn't I need to go into a breakout room with the victim?
Yes, however, despite that, you had made a recommendation, and we of course agreed to have the offer placed on the record with a reset so that we can iron out the details.
Okay, then the original offer, I'm going to go ahead and read that. Battery family violence, 12 months to serve, 24 hours, credit for time served, balance probated, the domestic violence intervention program, 40 hours of community service, and no further contact with the victim.
Okay.
And may Mr. Lipsy be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, have a good day, Ms. Lipsy.
Thank you. And Your Honor, I do have an announcement for position 1, Mr. Jarquavis Alexander.
Yes.
He does not qualify for the services of the Public Defender's Office.
Let's see, Mr. Alexander, are you on the line?
Yes, sir.
Can you activate your camera for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Alexander, let's see. You've been charged in case 19 CR 008665F with battery substantial physical harm. It's my understanding that you do not have a private attorney and you do not qualify for the services of the public defender. As such, what we can do today, if you would like to hear the recommendation of the solicitor, we'll put that on the record. If you're not satisfied with that offer term, you can either have a bench trial or a jury trial in the matter, okay?
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Riley, if you will place the offer on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, the recommendation is 12 months to serve. This is another case where additional investigation needs to be done. The allegations are that a 12-year-old child was struck by Mr. Alexander with a gun, causing a bloody nose. So there needs to be a more investigation done. We would ask for the case to be reset to November 16th to allow for that investigation to determine if it can be transferred.
All right, so Mr. Alexander, at the present time, they're asking for 12 months to serve in the matter. In addition, they are requesting additional time. This might become a felony if it's accepted by the Superior Court. As such, I believe that you should probably do everything that you can do to get yourself a lawyer to represent you in this matter. And I'm going to give you until November 16th to get that done, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you work on that if you can. These are very serious charges. And when you come back on November 16th, if you do not have an attorney and if the case has not been transferred, then you're going to have to let me know if you want to accept an offer or if you want to have a bench trial or a jury trial on the matter, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions for me today?
I never heard about the gun, and this
Okay,
my first.
okay, Mr. Alexander, let me tell you that you have a right to remain silent, and anything you say can be used against you. I suggest that you get an attorney to help you with this matter because, you know, those are the allegations of the solicitor's office. Okay, so. Okay, you can.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So we'll see you back in November 16th, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a good day.
All right.
Thank you. Is there an announcement, Mr. Trejo?
There is, Your Honor. Mr. Roden does not qualify for our services, but he did indicate he would like to speak with one of the solicitors regarding his case today.
Okay.
That is my case, Your Honor.
All right, and I take it that it's 12 months to serve?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Roden, you've been charged in case 19 CR 008095F with carrying a concealed weapon. And if you were listening with the past young man, the solicitor's office is asking for a year to serve on this matter. So I'm happy to give you an opportunity to get a lawyer to represent you so that you can be properly represented in the matter. Otherwise, you would have to proceed pro se if you did not want to accept the offer and you do not have an attorney. You can request a bench trial or a jury trial on the matter.
Yes, sir. May I state that I already had did a couple of days?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, may I state that I already have been arrested, or I have to go back and do another 6 months?
I'm not sure how long you've been in custody on this matter. If you've been in custody, I'm sure that you will get credit for the time that you've served in custody. Ms. Gutierrez, do we know if he gets credit for any time served?
Let me look and see how many days.
Can I state on the same thing? Because I've been arrested for mine as well, Mr. Judge. I apologize to butt in.
Oh, you're fine, Mr. Alexander. You would get credit for any time served also. But Mr. Alexander, yours is a bit different because they're seeking to transfer it to a superior court, and that becomes a felony at that point in time.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Rhodes. Ms. Gutierrez is looking to see how much time that you've served on the matter, so she can tell you that. You have anything else you want? Say it again, Ms. Gutierrez.
2 days. He was confined for 2 days.
Okay, so you would only get credit for 2 days time served.
All right, so would I have to do any more time?
They're asking for a year.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that's why I want to give you the opportunity to get yourself a lawyer, because you're possibly facing up to a year in confinement for this charge. If you come back, I'm going to reset you for November 16th to give you the opportunity to speak with a lawyer or to get yourself a lawyer. If you come back and you don't have a lawyer, then you have to tell me again whether you want to accept that, or whether you want to have a bench trial or a jury trial on the matter. If you have a bench trial, Mr. Roden, that'll be in front of me. Okay.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have any other questions for me, sir?
Sir, thank you so much.
Okay. Have a good day.
How you doing, sir?
Okay. I believe that before we go on, that Mr. Thomas.
Yes, good morning, Judge. Apologize.
You're fine. Good morning. Good morning. This is position number 2, Angeria Bolton.
That is correct.
Have you had the opportunity to speak with the solicitor in this matter?
Yes, we didn't speak, but she texted me, emailed me 2 days ago, and I responded. I have not received a response from that email.
Okay, Ms. Riley, did you hear that?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Thomas emailed regarding information from a previous solicitor that he worked with on this case when it was in the state court division. I do not have any information regarding that. I've only am able to relay to him the offer, that I had based on the facts of the case.
Okay.
If he has some other information that he can provide to me, but I don't have any information regarding a previous agreement.
Why don't I allow you two to speak on this matter? And do you have your cell phone on you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so can I get either you to call Ms. Riley or Ms. Riley to call you to see if you all can continue? Yes, yes. So do you have her number?
I would prefer to call Mr. Thomas. My phone has a block on it, so.
Okay, all right. So can we get your phone number?
Yes, 404-805-0023.
Did you get that, Ms. Riley?
I did. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
So Mr. Thomas, if you'll step out and she'll give you a call. All right, you can just report. But
again, I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I accept the apology. I understand that people are busy, so I appreciate you making it. Okay, where can we go next, Ms. Marshall Story? Are we ready on some of these pleas?
Yes, are we ready on the plea in the courtroom?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Your Honor, there is just one small change. I did not add in the $300 fine. Is it possible for someone to add that in for me, or I can resend the plea statement form?
Yes. Mr. Gunter? And had you all spoken on this, Ms. Marshall's story, or was he aware of that? Is it a Scribner's error, or is that
Yes, sir.
something that was discussed
It was a
previously?
Scribner's error, Your Honor. I have
Okay.
put it on the record, and he's previously signed.
Okay. All right. Good morning again, Mr. Gunter. It's my understanding that you do wish to plead guilty to DUI less safe. Is that correct?
Yes.
And can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, sir. Ms. Marshall Story.
Your Honor, on a plea to DUI, the state is offering 12 months to serve 24 hours with credit for time served. We're not seeking any additional time. We'd ask that remaining balance be probated, that the defendant complete 40 hours of community service, along with a $300 fine, alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, if necessary, and one victim impact panel, along with a risk reduction course.
Was that your understanding, Mr. Gunter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Marshall Story?
Not from the state, Your Honor. If we have no objection to this going non-reporting once these conditions are met.
Okay. And have you gotten us the process for the failure to maintain lane?
I believe I've already sent it. Ms. Bolton, if you don't have it, I can resend, but I think I sent it previously.
Could you forward it to me again, please? Thank you.
I surely can.
All right. Mr. Gunter, it's my understanding in case 21 CR 00674F, you wish to plead guilty to DUI less safe. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You were previously given the plea statement. Did you have the opportunity to go through each of these questions yourself and underline them?
Yes.
And is this your signature at the bottom of the plea paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty, you've given up your right to a trial by jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to have an attorney represent you in this matter, and it's my understanding that you wish to proceed pro se without the advice of an attorney in this matter. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if you are currently on probation, that your probation can be affected by your plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if you're not a United States citizen, that your immigration status could be affected by your plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you offer this plea freely and voluntarily with a full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea, Mr. Gunter. I am going to waive the probation fees for you while you're on probation.
Okay.
And when you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner that you get it done, the sooner you won't have to report, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
What am I'm like, because this never happened to me before. I'm just trying to find out. I need some kind of ID.
Okay, you can apply for just an ID as far as that goes. I believe with the DMV, as your license is going to be suspended for a period of 12 months, you can also apply to have that reinstated prior to 12 months. But we'll give you the paperwork in that regard today, and you'll have to discuss that with the DMV. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You have any other questions?
No, yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll get you that. We'll also get you where you need to go for probation to report. And if you can report within the next week to start the process, that would be appreciated. You can report before that, but please make contact within the next week or so, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, who else do we need to address?
I just forwarded paperwork for Stacy Love. Has I also forwarded paperwork on the Aisha Lewis case, but I'm not sure if Attorney Mubin has checked in yet, but I did receive a message a few minutes ago asking that I forward the paperwork.
And which position is that, Ms. Marshall Story?
That's on position number 15, Aisha Lewis. It says
Oh, okay.
Russell Burnett, but
Okay.
it's Attorney Mubin who is handling that case. SK Mubin.
Right, okay,
Have an announcement.
okay,
Ready, Your Honor?
yes.
There's some slight technical difficulties. So he's just asking just to hold momentarily. So we can go ahead and work through the technical issues so he can forward paperwork back over to me.
Okay, apparently Mr. Mubin is having technical problems, so we'll hold for his announcement. And as soon as we get this other paperwork, we will take the plea.
Now, I just sent paperwork on Stacy Love. Has that made it?
Yes, we're getting that right now.
Okay.
So who else we have to address this morning besides Ms. Love, who's number 17, Mr. Mubin's case, who is position 15.
Convicted before.
We're dealing with position 2 with Mr. Bolton.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if Mr. Thomas has made his way back into the courtroom yet.
No, he has not.
Okay, but we have concluded our phone conversation, and I just want to make the announcement when he gets back in the courtroom.
Okay, I'll let you know when he gets back in.
Thank you.
Thank you. What about position 28? Has anyone spoken with Mr. Walker from the Public Defender's Office?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Walker does not qualify for the services of the public defender.
Okay, let's deal with Mr. Walker. Can you unmute yourself, Mr. Walker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's my understanding that you don't qualify for the services of the public defender. As such, I will have the solicitor, I believe this is Ms. Githiea's case, place on the record what the offer is, if you wish to dispose of the matter. If you do not wish to accept the offer, you can request a jury trial or a bench trial. If you need additional time to obtain a lawyer regarding this matter, I'm also happy to give you that time. So let's have Ms. Githia place on the record what the offer is for, you've been charged in case 19 CR 007513F with 3 counts of disorderly conduct.
Yes, the offer is 12 months probation, 3 anger management classes, and 30 hours of community service, and no contact with the victims, Angelica Patterson, Melvina Williams, and Adrian Lundy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, did you not hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mr. Walker, I've given you the option. What would you like to do?
I'll accept the plea.
Okay. Do you have access to receiving paperwork and getting paperwork back this morning?
Not currently, no.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this until next Wednesday, the 26th, to give you the opportunity to get the paperwork from Ms. Githia and to return the paperwork to her. And when you come back next week, then we'll be able to take the plea, okay?
All right, thank you.
Mr. Walker, Can you place your email address in the chat, please?
Yes, ma'am. Doing it now. I just did it.
Just to verify, that's a period between the C and the 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so you can expect that paperwork, Mr. Walker, and nothing further. I'll see you back next Wednesday.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
Okay, let's see. Do we have anything else that's ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor, except on number 17, we do have he does have a request. He has no record apparently, and so we would like to enter a no rather than a guilty plea, but we did negotiate a guilty plea with the solicitor. So I'm asking if we can accept it.
I won't object to a NOLO.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Well, let me mark the no, okay.
Thank you.
I could you step over to the podium. Step to the podium over there for me.
Good morning, Mr. Love.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, Ms. Love, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You can put your hand down. Thank you. Ms. Marshall Story?
Yes, Your Honor. Just 1 second. I'm pulling up the paperwork. Okay, Your Honor, the case should have been charged as a battery after speaking with the parties involved. The state's offer is on a plea to the battery, 12 months to serve 24 hours, balance probated, 3 anger management classes, and no further contact with the victim in this case, and I'll give you his name in just 1 second.
It's Martin Bellamy.
Yes, thank you, Martin Bellamy.
And I understand he's already done his 24 hours, so he's been credit for time served, no further.
So they're not asking for any additional jail time, it's my understanding. Okay, anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor, we ask the court to accept the negotiated plea.
Mr. Love, it's my understanding that you wish to plead no contendere to battery, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with this representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading no to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead no?
No, sir.
I'm going to accept the no plea, Mr. Love. I am going to waive the probation fees for you while on probation. And as soon as you get the the anger management class is done, the probation's gonna terminate, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
If you go out and get those done right away, you won't be on probation.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
And we'll need to give him where he needs to go to probation. We'll get you that form. And if you can report within the next week or so. But if you go ahead and get that anger management done and you take it with you, and you go, you'll be done.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
All right, so where are we, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, thanks, Judge. Just spoke to Assistant Solicitor and she can make the announcement.
Okay, Ms. Riley?
Your Honor, we would ask for additional time to work out this case. So we would ask to be set on the November 16th status calendar.
Okay, and does that work with you, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so we'll place you down for November 16th, and it's 9 o'clock. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
Judge, if I may.
Yes.
Judge, this is Attorney Samad Mubin for Miss Aisha Lewis. Your Honor, we were able to get the paperwork signed off on, and it should be with your office. And I think my client is either online or waiting to be let in right now.
Okay, so have we gotten that paperwork?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm printing it out now.
Okay, so we're printing it out right now. We'll take the plea. While we're waiting for that, who else do we have to deal with this morning that we haven't already dealt with? I know that we.
Yeah, I'm sure. Number 23, Nicholas Pittman has been reset and so they can go.
Yes.
I just wanted, they're still sitting there. So.
Yes, Mr. Pittman, you're free to go. We'll see you back on November 16th. Okay. And who else do we have? What's your? Sure, tell me, I'm sorry. Sure, Mr. Myrick. Okay.
And that's number 20, Your Honor. I think that we reset that for discovery. He can go too.
Right, yes, you've been reset for November 16th also, Mr. Myrick.
Oh, what time will it be?
9 o'clock. Okay, have a good day. Right here. Okay. Okay, and so I think that just leaves Ms. Lewis.
Judge, I'm checking with my client. Oh, never mind. She just logged on.
Okay.
Ms. Lewis, I was just giving you a call so you can disregard now that you've logged in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
That's all right, thank you. All right, Ms. Lewis, are you able to activate your camera for me?
Yes.
Yes, good morning, ma'am. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. I hope you're well today.
Good morning. I am. Thank you.
Good. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Marshall-Story?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Lewis has agreed to plead guilty to the charge of DUI less safe, 12 months to serve 24 hours, balance to be served on probation. The risk reduction class, alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, if prescribed, 240 hours of community service, a $600 fine, 1 victim impact panel. The reckless driving should merge, Your Honor, and I will forward a null pros for the failure to maintain lane.
Mr. Mobin?
Judge, we just ask that you accept the plea as negotiated. Ms. Lewis, we've gone over the any driver's license implications, correct? And you're aware of those?
Yes.
Okay, and you're aware with that you're about the license suspension, et cetera, correct?
Yes.
No, we just ask you to accept the plea as negotiated.
Okay, and as she's, will have to surrender the license, we'll have to get a time for her. She'll have to come down and get the license to us. Okay?
Sure, Judge. And the alternative, could I mail it to your office?
Ms. Bolton, is that,
Because she needs to still fill out some paperwork.
okay,
She
yeah.
needs to sign the paperwork, so she will have to come down.
Did you hear that, Ms. Levine? Okay. Ms. Lewis, it's my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to driving under the influence less safe. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I will accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Lewis. I'm going to waive the probation fees for you while you're on probation to help you get and stay on your feet. And is there any objection to the probation going on and reporting once the terms are complete, Ms. Marshall-Story?
None, Your Honor.
And so as soon as you complete the terms, the probation will go to a non-reporting status.
Judge, if I may, real quick.
Yes.
Judge, I'm not sure what the practice of this court is. However, we would ask that she be able to report remotely if possible. As a result of her job, she does travel a good bit, so that would help her out. I'm not sure if you typically put that in the sentence or just leave that up to probation.
It's fine with me if she reports remotely. I'm not sure what the probation department, if they don't have any objection, I don't have any objection.
Sounds good, Judge. If we just write in the sentence that she may report remotely, that would be helpful.
Okay. All right. If nothing further, good luck to you, Ms. Lewis.
Thank you.
All right, take care, Judge. That's all I've got today. If I can be excused.
Yes, have a good day.
You
Both of
too, Judge. Take care and appreciate the court's flexibility. I know we'd had to get this case continued a couple times to get where we're at today, but we were able to finally get it done. So thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. I'm glad that we were able to get it complete, especially for Ms. Lewis, that she can get this behind her. Okay. Have a good day. Okay. I believe that completes the 9 o'clock calendars, and as soon as Ms. Bolton is ready, we will go over the calendars.
Was that also Fernando Howard?
What number?
Position 13.
That'll be November 16th as well, final. Just so you all know, for the people that did not appear today, this is the first time they've been on the calendar. As such, we're going to reset them one time to get to court. If they don't come the next time, I will entertain bench warrant request, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, and just for everybody, this is just something that I'd like to have done. In those sentence sheets, if you all wouldn't mind putting when you say 12 months to serve, however many days credit for time served, if you just put the amount of time, because I want to make sure that it doesn't get scrambled up in some way. So if they're not going to do any additional jury time, if we could just say credit for time served, if it's 3 days, 3 days. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you all. I just want to make sure that it doesn't hamper anybody down the line. Okay.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Just a little bit louder, please, Ms. Bolton.
Sorry about that. I'm used to yelling on them. Okay, is this okay?
That's perfect.
Yes. All righty. Position 1, reset 1116. Position 2, reset 1116. Position 3, reset 1116. Position 4, reset 1116. Position 5 was a plea. Position 6, reset January 11th. Position 7, reset 1116. Position 8, reset 1116. Position 9, reset 1116. Position 10, reset 1116. Position 11 and 12 were a plea. 13, reset 11/16. Position 14 is a plea for 10/26. Position 15 was a plea. Position 16, reset 11/16. Position 17, a plea. Position 18, no cross. Position 19, no cross. Position 20, reset 11/16. Position 21, reset 11/16. Position 22, reset 11/16. Position 23, reset 11/16. Position 24, no cross. Position 25, reset 11/16. 26, 11, reset 11/16. Position 27, reset 11/16. And position 28, reset 10/26. And who was the ASG on Lamar Holmes?
That was me, Sarita Githia.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna email you in just a moment.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Mr. Gunter's case was a plea.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
The add-on was a plea.
Okay, anything further this morning? All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Not so bad at all.
Have a good day.
Be safe.
Thank you, everybody.
You too. Thank you.
Oh, no, she don't have to sign.
Judge, one of the